Our series Running Mates, where we get to know what some call the better half of presidential candidates. We'll let you be the judge of that. We got to know who is Doug Burgum earlier this week. Tonight, we get to know his wife, Kathryn, and she's opening up to us about her struggles with addiction and what type of first lady she would be.
Kathryn, do you remember the moment that you thought, I want to marry this man?
We were together a long time before we decided to get married. I'd been married, he'd been married, and we sort of thought maybe we would try a relationship without marriage because that didn't work so well for us. But then there was a point in time, actually at a barn with our horses, where he completely surprised me and proposed, and so it was easy to say yes.
What made you fall in love with him, and what aspect of him do you feel that if they were to know him, they'd also fall in love?
He's so thoughtful. I mean, he remembers everybody's birthdays, remembers anniversaries, you know, remembers kids' names, remembers your high school mascot, and yours is the fox, right?
Yes! Oh, my goodness. Wow, I am impressed.
Had to look it up last night.
Talk to me about John Deere and working there for your first job.
Yeah, my family was in the John Deere business. I really started working there when I was in grade school. I come from a very hardworking family, and, you know, principles the same as my husband, you know, trust. You've got to build trust with these farmers because it's a generational transaction.
You've talked quite openly and often about struggling with alcohol and addiction, now 21 years sober. Do you remember the moment when you realized I'm an alcoholic?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I actually knew when I was in college. I would try to stop drinking, and I couldn't. There was a 2-decade struggle. I never reached out for help, or hardly, because of the stigma of addiction. But there was a point in time where I guess I was suicidal at the end of my drinking. And there was a point in time where I had faith that there's God. But I wasn't part of an organized religion, and I was out walking. And I always get emotional when I tell this story, but I just said, if there's anybody out there, I need help. And I've been sober since I uttered those words. So, you know, that was a miracle for me, because I spent a lot of years relapsing and, you know, and suicidal. So I'm so grateful to be here today.
What got you to that point to utter those words? Well,
it was you know, I had untreated depression, and alcohol is a depressant. And so, I mean, I went to low depths I never thought I would be. And I knew that if I didn't do something, you know, because I had been to treatment. And so, yeah, you know, it was kind of a miracle for me.
What ultimately worked? You said you tried treatment before. What?
Yeah. I had a good friend who was an addiction counselor, and she said, you know, you've got to be with people that are like you. And so I found this great group of like my tribe, you know, like this great group of people that were struggling with the same things I struggled with. We got together, we spent a lot of time together, we focused on faith, service to others, truth, honesty, you know, all the things that are really important for being a human being that is of service, and honesty is a big part of that. So I still have those friends today. They're deep, and they're deeply embedded in my life, and dear, dear, dear friends.
The thing that Kathryn has that impresses me so much is her courage. I mean, her willingness to put herself out there and tell her story has changed lives and saved lives. I've seen it in action. I've seen it in the work that she's done here in North Dakota, and I have had so many people come up to me and share that with me about that her courage has meant and inspired them. I mean, I love her more now than ever before, because it's just so impressive that for people to have the courage today, in today's environment, to get out there and do that.
Do you still go to meetings?
I am involved in a community, yes, that is focused on supporting each other.
If you are to become First Lady, what would be your platform?
The behavioral health crisis. There's so much stigma around mental health, brain health, the disease of addiction. We need more services. We need insurance to change. We need to stigma to be eliminated in healthcare.
Why do you think that Doug would make a great president of the United States?
Because he's an incredible leader. I mean, more than anything, he's a leader in the community, he's a leader in the business world, he's a leader in philanthropy. He knows how to bring teams together. He knows how to unite people to solve problems. He understands that success of our nation starts with one community at a time.
Our thanks to Linsey and the Burgums.